Hey, what's up, everybody? DFS Rico coming at you with my picks and insight for this NBA 4-game playoff slate for Draftkings on Friday, August 21st. We got the 4-gamer, game threes for all these guys. So you got the Raptors and the Nets, Nuggets and Jazz, Celtics and Sixers, and Clippers and Mavs. Before I get into it, if you could like, comment, subscribe, I really do appreciate it. This is going to be kind of my core four, I kind of call it. It's going to be sort of my favorite plays for cash and like small GPPs. I mean, a lot of these plays are probably playable in bigger contests, but for the most part, these are going to be good plays that I believe a decent amount of the field is going to be on, so you're going to want to be on them depending on what kind of contest you're playing on. But I think the plays I'm providing are going to be more so like safer plays. I mean, they have all the right pieces in place, so I mean, if things go their way, it should be the right pick, but obviously we all know how sports can be. But I'm just going to try to give you some good picks right now, and hopefully they go well for everybody. I know I'll be playing a good amount of these guys. Like I said, just going to go through the four guys. I'm not regularly going to go position by position, just going to point out the four guys I like. If you're looking for more so a GPP video, I will probably put like a 20-minute plus video breaking down each position over on my Patreon, $10 a month. Don't really ask for much, I think, for the reward you can get out of it. It's pretty good. And then plus I got a Discord over there, Discord chat, got a decent amount of guys in there always talking about basketball, baseball, even still League of Legends. They like, so yeah, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to it. So first player I want to talk about is kind of the value of the slate. I think a lot of people are going to be on him. He's going to be kind of a punt play. We got the news that Patrick Beverley's not going to play again. He didn't play last game. Reggie Jackson, 3.5K. He played 26 minutes. Lost a little bit of run, I think, just because Lou Williams was playing very good. He wasn't playing. Reggie Jackson wasn't playing that good, and he was in a little bit of foul trouble. But I think he still plays anywhere around there. I think at 3.5, I think he's just like a pump play. He really opens your lineup up to be able to play a ton of different players at 26 minutes, even at 26 to 30 minutes. Would be really solid for him. I know he only got 18.5 fantasy points, but like I said, this is really just a pump play. He has good, decent upside. You know, if he's getting you 25 fantasy points, it'll be really good. He has upside for more than that. But at 3.5, even if he doesn't have the best of nights, he won't completely destroy your lineups just because he's 3.5. So I will be plugging him 3.5. He's one of my favorite plays just because of his value. More so, not because I think he's going to go off for 40 or 50, but just because of his value. Like I said, it opens up a ton of your lineup. The second guy I want to talk about is Karis Levert, 8.1K. Same price he was last time. He put up 43.7 fantasy points. They got off to a good start in that game too versus Toronto. Then they blew the lead. Toronto, being the better team, came back. Game 1, they did get blown out by 24. If you're one of those guys that's worried about blowout, obviously I wouldn't play any of the Brooklyn guys. Me though, I just play good plays. I mean, he seems like a good play on paper. He has close to 40% usage. It's like 37% usage with all those guys off the court. And we did get the news that Joe Harris is out, so that might worry some more people as well due to blowout. But I like him at 8.1. I think he's a great play. His usage is high. He went 5 of 22 in game 2, and he still put up 43.75 fantasy points, which is just insane. He had a ton of assists, rebounds, blocks. I think if he shoots better that game, they probably win the game. Not sure if they're playing that good of defense on him. They probably are doubling them and playing very physical defense with them since he is their best player. But at 8.1, I think for the amount of usage he's going to be getting from here on out, even if it's just 2 more games, I do like Karis Levert at that price tag, so I will be plugging him in as one of my core guys. The next guy, going to be a guy from Utah, 4.1K, Royce O'Neill. I know he got bumped up, I think, 700? No, 400? 400 from the last game. We saw how good he did last game. Even could have played like 3 more minutes, honestly, if the game was competitive. 37.25 fantasy points. Put up 9 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal. Had a good game, just filled up the stat sheet. I don't think much changes. I know Mike Conley's going to return this game, but that doesn't affect him that much. It's going to affect obviously Jordan Clarkson, Donovan Mitchell, and Ingles more. Royce O'Neill's never been a guy that's going to be there taking a ton of shots. He's just going to fill up the stat sheet, doing all the little things. He's a good defensive guy. He's going to get you steals, blocks. The only issue with him is foul trouble. As we saw in game 1, he got into foul trouble and went out there and put up 13.75. Even a couple games ago versus Denver, put up 5 fouls. But that was, I think, in double overtime game. So, a little more dangerous in that game, But I like him at 4.1. He only went up 400. He's a good value play still, in my opinion. Can't really go wrong with a good value. He's going to be starting. He's going to play 35 plus minutes. If the game's competitive, I don't think there's anyone around his price tag that I'd rather play over him. Just due to his price tag and the amount of minutes. He's the only guy that even comes close is probably Finney Smith. But he only played 30 minutes last game. So in the regular season, Finney was playing a ton of minutes. So honestly, just mainly the minutes. And like I said, he just does a lot of little things that can still benefit him, even if he's not taking shots. He still can get rebounds, assists, blocks, steals. So at 4.1, with him and Reggie Jackson, it really opens up your lineup to go a ton of different ways. Even if you don't want to play Levert, you can play a bunch of different guys. There's a bunch of good plays. It's the playoffs, so a lot of the studs are just good plays in general. If you remove price tags, they're just good. There's a bunch of good plays. The last guy I want to talk about, probably my favorite play, honestly, in all of cash, the one I would feel the most secure in smaller contests is Joel Embiid at 9.8K. Obviously, same thing with him. There's risk of blowout. They got blown out this last game. First game was closer. Last game got blown out. Still put up over 50 fantasy points. Was on his way to 60. Just lost like 3-4 minutes of run time just due to the fact that they were getting blown out. I think they pulled him out with like 7 minutes remaining in the fourth. That game's closer, he probably gets a ton more fantasy points, at least 60. Was having a great game with Tatum. Even Tatum was having a very good game. I don't even mind pairing them two up together. But at 9.8K, he only went up 100. He's going to be the best player on the team. Probably the best player on the court as well. The only one that comes, close is Tatum. Between him and Tatum, obviously. But he's going to be the best player on the court at 9.8K. I really like him. This game stays competitive, sort of like the Levert situation. They're great plays. If you're a guy that cares about blowouts, I probably wouldn't go there. But me, I'm just going to play the good plays. Blowouts happen in the NBA, but this is the playoffs. Teams are a little more competitive. These are good teams, so good players, good teams. But yeah, this is like the core 4 guys that I like. Reggie Jackson, Karis Levert, Royce O'Neill, Joel Embiid. You got 6.1K remaining for the rest of your lineup. Can go a ton of different ways. And like I said, if you don't feel like playing Levert and Embiid, I still think Reggie Jackson and O'Neill are good values to build around just because they open up so much possibilities for your lineup. Even if I don't want to play Embiid, I could play Luka. If you want to play that, you can play Tatum if you want. You can really play anybody with guys like Reggie Jackson and Royce O'Neill. But yeah, this is my core 4. Hopefully you guys like it. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys.